Hey guys, Retro Mikey 78 here. Time for the March video game madness. Once again, we've finally reached the final four. Time for the voting to start. On this bracket, this time you will only have 24 hours to vote because we're going to rush things along. So, 24 hours to vote. And your games will be Mike Tyson's Punch-Out versus Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to talk a little bit about these, where the gameplay goes up around the bottom. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Man, that was a childhood classic of mine. Couldn't get enough of that game. Playing as Little Mac, going through, defeating Glass Joe, defeating Piston Honda, Don Flamingo, King Hippo. Who else was there? Ball Bull. Soda Pop Paskinski was usually the one where I started having problems with. I got the, was it Sandman a couple of times, but I never could, even though I used the code like everybody else to try to get to Tyson. Never, ever could I beat him. But it's an iconic game. I know you guys are seeing the gameplay down below. What else I say? It's one of the best NES games I think that's out there. Most everybody has in their top 10. And hey, just now heard this morning, not the Mike Tyson version, but the Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream will be available on the Switch Online this month. So you can play Punch-Out on your Switch. Isn't that a bonus? Next up, Final Fantasy VII. That's what it's going up against. Wow. Well, I gotta say about that game. Great storytelling, awesome RPG. It's the reason that I bought a PlayStation 1. Went through that game several times. I went through it without the Game Shark once. Grinding. I maxed out everything there was, and I enjoyed it. And then I used the Game Shark, where you could use the limit breaks and you max everything and just see how fast I could go through the game. And it was fun just to go through it and just get the stuff, but it's such a unique story. It was, for its time. I mean, the PS1, there was nothing like it. I mean, you go out there and you just see all kinds of interesting things. It was actually the first RPG game that I ever played. I had never played any type of JRPG or anything since I didn't own a Super Nintendo. My parents had never bought me anything like that. I just had never done that. And I saw a commercial for it and went, wow, look at this game. I said, I've got to get that. I just happened to be at a local mom and pop shop, and the guy had a brand new copy that somebody had sold him. I could probably thinking it was probably stolen, but out of a store, because he was just down the same strip mall from a Target. But I bought it. It was like $15 cheaper than what it was in the store. Then what I do? I didn't have a PlayStation. Buddy of mine was like, you don't even have one of it. I will now. I got in the car, drove down to, I think we went right down to Target. I bought PlayStation, bought a couple controllers, bought memory cards, bought all the works. All right, let's go home and play it. I think we spent probably the next 2 months going through that game, and there's just so much to it. But hey, these are the two games that are up for grabs. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Final Fantasy VII. 24 hours to vote on them. You guys go now and tell me what you think. Next up, folks, we have Mega Man 2 versus Zelda Link to the Past. Honestly, I've never played much of any of these games until I actually tried to capture the footage. Never played a Mega Man game before in my life. I own them. I own, Mega Man 1 through 11. And I own all the X's on all the Legacy collections, but I just never played them. Now, playing this game, it was really hard. I had a hard time with it. And just didn't understand a little bit of it. I got to take some more time, spend some more time with it, but it is what it is. But on Zelda, the only Zeldas I've really ever played, I played the NES version. Since I didn't have a Super growing up, I never played this one. I played both of them on the 64. I played the GameCube. I played the Wii. Played the Wii U. Oh no, the Wii U just had back ports. Yep. And I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. I wasn't too crazy about Breath of the Wild. But that being said, you know, this is a Zelda game that eventually I need to dig into and get in and play it. But until I do, it just sticks out as a sore thumb to me. But that being said, these are the two games that you have up for voting right now. Mega Man 2 and Zelda Link to the Past. You know, pick your favorite game, or hey, if one of these games beat your favorite game before, vote against it. I know a guy right now at work, he said he's voting against Mega Man 2 just because it beat Resident Evil 2. So, do what you guys think. Vote. Remember, vote as many times as you want. One game per comment for the vote. And hey, hope you guys are enjoying this. I know I am. My wife's been having fun doing this. We finally made it to the final four. Well, I'm only doing the 24 hours so we can get this done tomorrow. Then once this is done tomorrow and we get it done, we'll start this the next day and we'll go Friday live to the winner's circle. So that being said, give me a like, a subscribe, a share, and we'll be back again real soon with some more content. Thanks.